Coach Franco Says is a proud member of the Philippine Podcast Directory. Check us out on Facebook and listen to the amazing lineup of local podcasters this country has to offer. Now, this is what I use for my analytics. Podmetrics, your one-stop shop for podcast analytics. Make your free account by simply signing in and put in my code, Coach Franco Says upon sign up. Very, very easy. Now enough of this. Let's go to today's episode. Enjoy. These are your Titos of Fighting, and this is the very first episode of Combat Sports Weekly for the year 2021. If you are new to this show, please like and subscribe to this channel. Please like all our videos. We have previous episodes. I am always here with the boys of Dstry MNL, Carl De Mesa and JC Reyes. What's up, boys? And we are going to give you a recap of the things that happen in this world of combat sports. So, let's start it off. New Year's Eve celebration na tournament ni Rizin. Carl, let's go.
Yeah, Rizin 26, the only show in town. The week of Rizin 26, New Year's Eve 2020, live from Saitama Super Arena or Red Brief Fighter.
Kung may red panties, may red briefs na sideshow si Rizin.
I guess they always book this guy because he's pretty entertaining. It's always
he is. He's very entertaining.
Natapat siya sa malaking young fighter. Pounded in round 1, I think.
Oh, man. Parang he never got the good breaks talaga, no?
Naka-pandemic or something. I don't know. He's always jacked, even though he's like 30 plus. Poor guy. Isa pang highlight, very notable for me, was Kyle Aguon, PXC veteran, going up against a Japanese guy, Clever Koike.
Wow! As in, Kyle Aguon.
Kyle Aguon.
Like the
dating kalaban ni Gab.
Wow! Sa Rizin na siya ngayon.
Yeah.
Ang galing. Ang galing. Good job. I mean, good career. Oh.
Whip, athletic. Some of the PXC veterans still don't have very good ground game. Garcia within round 2.
Okay.
Could not tap. Hindi ko pa nakita. But I think it's still in Guam.
Parang ang tagal, no? I mean, considering Guam has high-level MMA and there are a lot of jiu-jitsu gyms in Guam, malakas ang jiu-jitsu culture sa Guam. So, I mean, sayang. I mean, I haven't heard of that name for a very long time.
Oo nga.
Memories, di ba? Like, remember Frank, the Frank Camacho.
Oh!
Yeah! Yung mga PXC veterans. Oh my God. Talaga pong dito sa fighting kami dito.
Si Frank Camacho nasa UFC na. Then, and then we got that YouTuber guy.
Dun sa main card na tayo, that YouTuber guy apparently is the brother of bantamweight champ Kaya Sakura. Apparently, he really has good MMA because he defeated Dream Champ Satoshi Yamasu within round 1 by a TKO. So it pays to have your brother training you.
I am actually surprised that he actually moved well.
Diba?
Oh, I watched the bout and I was like, wow. I mean, for a YouTuber, ang galing nito, ah. Sabi ko, so I mean, you can't really judge a book by its cover, or we cannot really stereotype. I mean, sinistereotype. Oh, diba? Sinistereotype natin sila because of the Paul brothers, the Paul brothers na the hype train that they're creating right now. Pero
Tenshin Nasukawa, who went up against Komandoy Pechnarovit. Actually, I'm not pronouncing it right because it's a Thai. Pechjaro Envit. As usual, Tenshin Nasukawa, pinaglaruan lang si Komandoy. But he couldn't finish the Thai. A testament to the guy's toughness.
They get better competition later on. What I really liked about this event, thank you so much, Rizin, for giving us access to the event, New Year's Eve. Thank you so much to the organization. Again, Rizin, thank you so much for allowing Combat Sports Weekly live access to the event. It was very enjoyable. What I really liked about the event was Saitama Arena was filled. I mean, given that they were doing it with social distancing, everyone came out and supported the event, and it could only spell positive things for Japanese combat sports and Japan MMA and kickboxing for that matter. So we're really looking forward to more events this coming 2021, and hopefully, Rizin, we get to cover the event live. Japan is a country that's very close to our hearts. So if you're looking at Carl De Mesa's background, yan.
We'll be right here, here.
Yeah.
Join the events. Maybe over here.
We'd be more than happy to work with Rizin and cover the event live, and then showcase your talent here in the Philippines. Tell us what happened with Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell.
Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell ended via round 7 KO via a vicious body shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't exactly an easy fight for Ryan Garcia, considering he got knocked down pretty good by Campbell in round 2.
That was it was a really good shot to the chin. I mean, it was really on the button. When you say it was really on the button, it was here. Ito, there's a triangular, yan. So you create a triangle, ito, yan. Yan yung knockout points ng isang tao. The triangulation of your jaw, there are a lot of nerves in this area na pag tinamaan yan, automatic, parang momentary paralysis siya. As in, babagsak talaga. Even if you try to fight it, okay? Even if you do your best, fight that feeling, no, your body's gonna go down. As in, madadapa ka talaga, babagsak ka. That's exactly what happened with Ryan Garcia. It was a really well-timed punch. It was well executed.
But just to be clear, it does not mean that Ryan Garcia got exposed. It does not mean that he has a glass jaw, tulad na sinasabi. Because no.
Alam mo, hindi ko alam.
Diba?
Ay, ganyan ba claim?
Yeah. They're comparing him to American na talagang glass jaw. Tulog siya nung round 2. Nakatayo din siya eh.
Mararamdaman mo yan on the next fight eh. Makikita mo, you can't really say that Ryan Garcia has a glass jaw kasi he got knocked down, he was able to get up. He was able to finish the round. When it comes to glass jaws and all these theories, let's wait for the next fight. Kasi sa susunod na laban lalabas yan eh. Yung effects nung nangyari sa kanya during this fight will take effect on the next fight. Is he gonna be tentative? Is he gonna hesitate? Is he going to be cautious? Yun. If we're going to stick to the Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell fight, just like what JC said, if there's anything that was evident, it was Ryan Garcia's resolve. He was able to get up, he finished the round, and then in the succeeding rounds, he continued his onslaught. He didn't really hold back anything. He was still active, as in he was raining down punches. We were seeing vintage Ryan Garcia. He was utilizing his speed. Diba from
bigla na lang tumupi si Campbell.
Tsaka diba para this is the beauty of a body shot. It was a perfectly timed and perfectly executed body punch, and it wasn't no fluke kasi every time si JC magpapakita ng mga training videos, Ryan Garcia was always practicing that body shot. Okay, he was really, I mean, you would see Instagram and TikTok videos of Ryan Garcia hitting people in the body. Si Logan Paul, di ba?
Logan Paul, he hit him with body shot. Hindi kinaya ni Logan Paul.
Naka-body shield pa.
Siya nun, tumatagos.
He was able to continue with his command of the ring, and then he was able to finish. He was able to knock out his opponent. Okay? That was a beautiful body shot. Yun din yung maganda sa body shot. Ano siya, slow burn siya. Para tatamaan ka, tapos pag nag-settle down ka, biglang kuryente yan, para bigla ka babagsak.
Parang siya makahiya pag hinawakan mo, unti-unting
unti-unting sasarayan.
Our level sa video.
Parang ano yan eh, ako nung naramdaman ko yan, nung nasipa ako, parang I got a liver shot, may sumipa sa akin, para akala mo, syempre ako was trying to shrug it off, then I realized, ba't parang
biglang lalim ng hinga mo eh.
Ano siya, parang sabi ko, okay, yung pala yun. Kasi sabi ko, sparring day yun. Parang, it was either Red or Chris Luna. Basta ang ganda. Para sabi ko, sakit nun grabe yun Sabi ko, teka lang. Talaga, kasi I was trying to warrior through. Siyempre, sasabihin mo, body shot.
Syempre, hindi pwede. Pride day.
Sabi ko, body shot. Pero maya-maya, parang, masakit pala talaga. Teka, luluhod muna ako. Ang sakit. So, I mean, body shots work, okay? So,
fast route and special.
About this fight is, syempre, Ryan Garcia wants his fights to be really entertaining. He was too much of a showman during the second round na Luke Campbell was able to get a rhythm, and then he was able to time that punch.
Hindi ko alam kung he was a little too confident or nandito sa baba. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Kaya siya na-open kay Campbell eh. He barely had any head movement dun sa laban, which shows na parang baka nga taking Luke Campbell that seriously until nasuntok siya sa mukha ng ganun.
That is a very valid point. let us know in the comment section.
Pero-
We would love to have your feedback on what are your thoughts on the Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell fight, and who do you think should be next for Ryan Garcia?
Oh.
I mean, it's
And
very
I
interesting.
think next for him, Devin Haney. I think he's the mandatory.
Mandatory. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good fight. Typical for us Pinoys. Lagi na lang palabanin kay Pacquiao. Okay?
Yeah, kahit sino eh.
Lahat na lang. Lahat na lang palabanin kay
Oo.
Pacquiao. Okay.
Oh.
Diba? For everyone's awareness and education, we have so many other talented boxers out
Yeah.
there. Okay, we have a lot of up and coming fighters. Pacquiao is Pacquiao, okay? He's a national treasure. Next on the agenda is we have Carl de Mesa's overhyped list of fighters that ventured into MMA. Very interesting to know this.
Yeah.
Diba? Let's break it down. Let's go, Carl.
Your later section because we have an editorial today. But first, great intro kasi maraming mga matchmaking na only is spurred by the press but also because of parang the wants of the promotion to push a certain fighter na bago acquisition or something and get them the money fights, diba? Or parang, hey, look, we got this really great fighter from wherever. So one of our biggest is of course Tito Ben Askren, who came over from the very first ONE and UFC trade.
Yes.
That nobody thought was possible until it actually happened. So Ben Askren traded with Demetrius Johnson, palit sila. Oh, he won once against Robbie Lawler. And
Debatable.
back, it was, I guess, kind of a fluke, guys. I think that's a whole discussion in itself.
Yeah.
Loss or win against Robbie Lawler. But he lost twice the next time. And famously to the 5-second flying knee KO to
Jorge.
CG. Another big one in Asian MMA. When he came over to the UFC was Yoshihiro Akiyama, si Sexy Yama. We all know him as Sexy Yama kasi sobrang laki ng following niya sa Japan.
Yep.
Oo, naalala niyo si Genki Sudo, di ba? Mas
Yeah,
malaki pa si Sexy
Oo,
Yama.
ang laki. Parang dalawang Genki Sudo is equal to one
Genki
Sexy Yama.
Genki Sudo, magaling lang magsayaw. People figured him out like, I think later we should look at his run, but it wasn't very good. So they let him go after like 2 years ata. More modern examples. One is Sage Northcutt, that grappler, who later fought against another very overhyped fighter from the WWE, si CM Punk. Never won anything because parang hindi siya dumaan sa amateur pala.
Oh,
Si CM
wala. Straight. From
Straight
WWE to
UFC.
UFC.
I don't know why anybody would do that. Like, okay, Rufus Sport ka, but even Ben, like, ang favorite ko is, of course, Greg Hardy with his...
Inhaler. Ito si Inhaler guy, diba?
Inhaler dude.
Sabi niya, USADA approved po to. No such thing as a USADA approved inhaler, bro.
Si Sexy Yama, when you for everyone's benefit, Akiyama, if you look at him on YouTube or on social media, he's a super jacked guy. He's a judo black
Judo
belt.
guy.
Yep, he's a judo black belt. He has like the back of two human beings. As in, if
Laki.
JC and Carl would stand behind Sexy Yama, we would be covered for sure.
That would be one person.
He's one of the more versatile entertainers of Japan. He could sing, I don't know if he acted, pero he would sing in concerts, okay, and then he would fight.
He has concerts. Yeah,
he had concerts. As in, grabe yun. So another Sudo. Genki Sudo is one of my idols. A lot of people were, diba, OG na OG. And he was really good grappler, he's a really good striker, and he had a pretty good career in his MMA stint. For me, medyo late na siya nakapunta ng UFC. Medyo late na. It was in the later part of his career.
Rizin Pride was where he showed.
Yes, that's true. Next one is CM Punk. Si CM Punk naman kasi, I really believe that CM Punk the contract with the UFC so that the UFC will gain popularity, mainstream popularity.
They were looking for the next Brock Lesnar.
I don't know if it was really necessary or what. I guess because he's WWE champion.
Feeling ko yun eh. The UFC wanted to piggyback on the popularity ni CM Punk so that he would, in the hopes in the
Yeah.
hopes na some of the WWE fans would watch the UFC. Oo, di ba? Kasi because of CM Punk. Pero, I mean, how many fights did he have? Like two? Two or three?
Two, yeah.
Oh, parang
And
two.
siguro,
Then on both occasions he got beaten up. So it's a clear indication of like, okay, it's too much hype and it's not easy to fight in the UFC. Okay, MMA in general. Okay, it's not easy. Okay, next is Ben Askren. Ben Askren had high level wrestling. It was very evident in his Bellator career. However, Bellator was really at a different level. The level of MMA in Bellator during the time that he was there was kind of low kasi they were just starting eh. So it was given that he would really toy around with people. Now, winning via TKO.
Parang ito yung classic lay and pray
Oh,
strategy.
lay and pray. Hindi, tsaka ano siya, he was just really scoring points per round. So he was using his
as in wrestling lang talaga.
Oo, wrestling lang talaga. Diba? Folk style wrestling lang talaga. Good control. Getting his points and then, diba, went to 1FC. Had a good reign there. Pero ito rin eh, the level of competition that he faced in 1FC and the amount of fights that he was able to fight in 1FC is still not enough to expose you to the highest level. And 1FC was just coming up in the ranks as well during that time that he was there. Then he transferred to they got that mega deal fight. He fought Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler almost knocked him out in the first round, and then won via that fluke. So I mean, we're not gonna take away that win from him. Pero after that fight, it was downhill na. He got he got knocked out by Masvidal, and then his striking was clearly exposed when Damian Maia,
Damian Maia,
who's the most proficient grappler in the UFC, who will definitely strangle you and will not strike with anybody in the first round, outstroke him. He was outstricken or but if you were outstricken by a grappling god, there's something wrong with your striking. There's something wrong with your striking. Next
isn't he supposed to box the YouTuber?
I think Jake Paul. I think it was
Jake Paul, There are talks down na he's gonna fight Jake Paul.
Parang mas gusto ko pa ibigay pera kay Jake Paul dyan eh. Parang mas gusto
actually parang
the way Jake Paul has been training, the way he's dedicating himself to boxing,
the way he's been winning,
and the way he knocked out Nate Robinson, I really think that he has a fighting chance against. I mean, if it was MMA, Ben Askren ako dyan. Pero boxing, all day Jake Paul.
Askren is shit boxing.
Sadly.
And I think ang nangyari din talaga sa kanya is he was 16-0 when he came to the UFC. He was too confident na kaya niya kasi he's undefeated eh.
That's true.
The thing doon, wala na. Akala niya yung gumagana sa kanya before still worked in the UFC.
He was also plagued by his hip injury. So, syempre, that was a contributing factor. And wala rin siyang coach. He doesn't have a coach. He was teaching himself. He doesn't really have a camp. He just trains wrestling. So, again, he was a very incomplete fighter fighting high-level people. Greg Hardy naman. Greg Hardy is this NFL guy, di ba?
Greg Hardy is an NFL
controversial NFL guy.
Mutual benefit that the UFC is getting from Greg Hardy's hype or fan base na.
Ang pinaka-panalo lang ni Greg Hardy, which was bad enough, was the domestic violence case. The only person he could beat up was his ex.
So meron naman pala siyang tinalo.
Babae pa.
Babae nga lang, di ba? Mali nga lang talaga.
Siya warm.
Yeah, that was a pretty stupid move, okay? Guys, don't do that, okay? Not a really good thing to do. That is Carl Demesa's overhyped list of 2020. Who do you think should be part of the list? Let us know in the comment section. We're gonna go now to the chismisan part. Minsan, thank you so much po sa mga taong nagko-comment and nagme-message na natutuwa sila sa aming mga editorials. We have two topics for you guys today, and I really think it's relevant. Number one is one of the Laurente boys, si Russo, was able to enter PBB's, he was a PBB housemate.
Yeah.
Ngayon, ako admittedly, I'm not really in tune with local showbiz. I was equally surprised na meron pa palang Pinoy Big Brother. He's a guy from Gensan, he's training as a fighter, and then he's given this opportunity to go to the house sa bahay ni Kuya. as of this episode, he got evicted recently. And the reason behind the eviction is, meron pala siyang previous tweet, he was pro ABS-CBN shutdown. So parang,
Which is weird, right?
Which is very
Come on.
weird.
Yeah.
So
Bakit
yun.
ka mag-contest sa ABS?
Yun.
Shutdown ka pala.
Yun yung big mistake niya doon eh. I mean,
Weird.
you wanted the channel shut down, pero you wanted to join their...
Bakit salis na contest nila?
Yun nga, di ba? So I confirmed it. I confirmed this news with my fellow titos of fighting. So it was true. The main reason why I found out about it, kasi nga, it was trending on Twitter, it was trending on TikTok, di ba? And then...
Because he was a boxer.
So parang ako my take on this is, pareho silang may kasalanan dyan. Whoever's behind PBB, ito lang yan eh. It's your fault na you didn't screen your housemates.
Or, yun. May theory ako dun eh.
Oh, yan. Feeling ko para kami ni JC ng theory. Di ba? Or, you have a production crew or you definitely have people who are going to check the backgrounds of your participants. You found out, you know about this. And then, feeling ko, isinaba niyo siya sa storyline ng taong yun.
Yeah, I mean, duda ko dyan eh.
Diba? It would, kasi ito lang yun eh.
They know about him.
Exactly.
They know about his tweet, pero pinayagan nila ipasok siya kasi he's an up-and-coming guy sa boxing scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yung noise na ganyan would do good on them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my theory lang.
100%. Kasi it adds drama to your series. It adds momentum. It riles up emotions. You can bank on this story. You can milk the story. Especially people who are gonna watch the show. Diba? Yeah. Sabihin natin, ay nako, meron palang isa or dalawa nakapasok sa bahay ni Kuya na pro ABS-CBN shutdown. Expose natin yan. Tapos, gawa natin, ipatrend natin. So, I mean, good for the network. It's good for the show. It's going to rile up emotions. And totoo, yun yung nangyari. Yeah. Everyone found a way. Diba? Even some of the hosts, diba, found a way to voice out their opinions and say na ganito, ganyan, bakit yan Pero yun lang yung point ko eh. For a huge company with a lot of resources and plenty of money, it's like irresponsible on your part. Let someone in, tapos may ganun pala siyang history. So it's either alam niya yan, at gagamitin niyo yung story na yun, or hindi niyo talaga alam, tapos someone has to be scolded for this. Kailangan may managot dito. Kasi beneficial for the people who knew about it, or it was beneficial to whoever exposed it. Ang concern ko lang si Russo, diba? He's going to be the recipient of so many social media backlash. That is something that nobody can control. Yung social media hate, yung pambabash, dadami yung haters niya. Kasi ito yun eh. So he got evicted. Is the hate and the bashing gonna end? Kasi ano rin yan eh. I mean, admittedly, tayo mga Pilipino, 2 to 3 weeks or after a month, makakalimutan na natin yung issue na yan. Pero ito yun eh. Paglabas nyo ng bahay ni Kuya, wala nang ano na siya, free for all siya. Siguro mga 2 to 3 weeks na free for all yan. Na walang natatanggap yan na how is that gonna affect his life? How is that going to affect him emotionally and mentally?
Although he's a pro boxer, although 1-0 pa lang siya, I mean, I'm sure he's not used to this kind of backlash.
He's not
Hopefully he takes it as something na parang part of being
part of being a celebrity or
yun naman yung gusto niya mangyari. So
people are asking, ba't ka pumasok sa bahay ni Kuya? Siyempre, gusto ko sumikat, gusto ko maging artista.
Ito na yun.
Ito na yun.
He got the fame. Kaya
talking about you.
Diba? He got the fame. He got the fame. Pero,
this is the fame he wanted, just not the
bagay, sabi nga, any kind of
no publicity is bad, man.
Yeah.
Okay. That's true. Good publicity, bad publicity is still publicity. So I really hope Russo is able to turn things around. He hopefully it's gonna help him make better choices. Even the host, I forgot who the guy is, but yeah, Tony Gonzaga posted something, and I agree with her. I agree with her. People are saying that 19 is an adult. Yes, legally he's an adult, but at 19, I'm like, seriously, do you think you understand the world at 19 years old?
Yeah, yung mga 19 ngayon, iba sa mga 19
who didn't
before.
fuck up at 19?
Oh yeah, who didn't fuck up at 19 years old? Ganun kasimple yun. I mean,
At the same time, it's totally hypocritical for somebody to go into a contest
sobrang
where you like want to be part of the contest and then you're shitting on it's like pakain sa bahay nyo pero alam nyo walang kwenta yung kinakain nyo like you're shitting on what
company niya doon talaga.
Alam mo yun, parang feeling ko siguro si Russo, no, tinweet niya, lahat, yes.
Kasi 19 ako I'm a teenager, di ba?
Diba?
Yun I guess.
Yes to ABS-CBN shutdown. Siguro merong 100 tao sa paligid niya. Yes to ABS-CBN shutdown. Di makitweet din ako, yes to ABS-CBN shutdown. Tweet, boom.
Blah, blah, blah.
Bigla may opportunity. PBB. Oy, sali ako dyan.
Oh, shit. Oy, wait. No. So, wala. I mean, 5 seconds. Para siyang goldfish, di ba? 5 seconds later.
Akala niya hindi malalaman.
Oh, dude. Kaya again, may this be a lesson to everyone who's gonna watch and listen to this. Be mindful of the shit you post on social media because there will
think
be
before
people.
You click.
Think before you click.
Do not ask for a seat at the table if you're going to shit on the house.
Yes. I mean, mali. Pareho silang mali. Pareho silang mali doon.
At the same time, 19 ka, it's allowed for you to make mistakes. And like my titos say, cancel culture is toxic because nobody learns anything if you just cancel something or somebody.
Exactly.
Please don't throw stones at glass houses, guys. Everybody has made a mistake, and this is the way we learn. This is the way the world learns. You know.
I totally agree, 100%.
Sana sa Starstruck na lang siya sumali. I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of like Chael Sonnen. I hate the guy, but I would go see his fucking.
Diba? So, malay natin. We'll see. Or, this is malay nyo lang din, diba? We're talking about this, pero it was all planned out, diba?
Yeah.
And there are forces behind now.
Yes, a bit of information, but because I've been in entertainment and media for a long time. Everything in PBB is so controlled that I doubt people did not know about it. But who knows? Maybe this one time nakalusot nga.
Oo nga naman, diba? Sino ba naman kami dito? We're morons here. So,
like, we're not insiders.
Yeah, we're not insiders.
PBB is a fucking prison, man.
Ako, I don't even want to be there. I'm like, wow, people. Ito yun feeling ko talaga if your titos or fighting are inside the PBB house, feeling ko mga tig-iisang linggo lang kami evicted namin kasi baka may sinapak na kami doon isa.
Actually,
running the place because everybody
tapos dahil doon sa pay-per-view lang kami, sa pay-per-view nyo lang makikita yun. Sa pay-per-view nyo lang makikita yun. Like, ako, I cannot do that. I mean, I'm gonna go crazy
may
there.
mga pictures na tayo sa like
diba?
or something.
Diba mga pasaway? Ito po yung mga wag nyo pong tularan. Ayan. So, again.
But still cut movie deals.
Score so many movie deals.
Hindi tayo hindi dyan.
Isipin natin kung sinong magpapanggap sa atin.
Next on the agenda is this was a conversation that I had with what do you call this, my fellow Tiso fighting during the holiday break. We were bantering and there was a post in one of the probably feeling ko talaga one of the most popular Facebook boxing pages to shout out to the people of Bolo Punch
Boxing Forum.
Okay, and Bolo Punch MMA Forum. So it wasn't really a jab at anything, okay? It was a clamor. And when I saw it, when I read it, I agreed.
So this was posted December 23. So a couple of days before the Christmas celebrations. Post was opinion lang para sa mga vloggers. Stop overhyping our up-and-coming fighters. Let their careers flow naturally. Huwag nyo muna masyado minamatch up sa mga champs and elite ng division, putting more pressure on them. Kasi pag natalo or pangit ang performance nila, sila sasalo ng pambabash, hindi kayo. Which is true.
Parang media hype, fan clamor, and bad matchmaking. I can lead to bad matchmaking in like parang gusto pala ng like let's skip the rankings, and which always happens anyway. Actually, not sometimes. A lot of times they capitulate to fan clamor because they would want to sell pay-per-view. They would want to put asses in seats. One prime example, kanina nga si CM Punk, because he's such a large following in the pro wrestling community, binigay nila kay Mickey Gall, who's a fucking purple belt and a very experienced amateur fighter. CM Punk folds in the first 2 rounds. Probably first round ata. And he gets submitted, RNC. Like, it's textbook, Mickey Gall didn't even do anything flashy. So, there's a thing about I think sabi nyo nga, it's boxing creators, but it also shines a light on parang content community na tipong, what if this, what if that, ganon, barely knowing how the rankings work, which is always a big thing about for us na tipong matagal na sa MMA. People work so hard to climb the ranks and then number 5 ka na, but number 8, number 6 cuts in line. Like, asan na yung title shot ko? So when you overhype somebody, you gotta be aware of your own, I think, influence din or lack thereof. But when you do have influence and it affects the career of the, let's say, even our own Denise Zamboanga siguro, ganyan, who should, another opinion, but maybe should get a title fight atomweight champ, Angela Lee. This is the kind of influence that we need to be aware of kasi the matchmakers will run with it, build up some kind of beef. Ito na naman, balik tayo dun sa PBB thing na, no publicity is bad, di ba? Or good. So parang, pag-awayin natin si Denise at saka si Angela, wag na nating isama natin si Stamp kasi, she holds 2 of the belts in I think wala na ata.
Wala na. Kasi kaya natagal siya sa picture.
So naitsapwera na siya sa eksena and all of a sudden Denise is the sweetheart of... So this is the kind of discussion that we should be having in terms of just being responsible for molding the careers of our combat sports up-and-comers. Because this is the future of our fighters. This is something that we should be aware of kasi nakaka-apekto sa career nila. Kunyari, we want so bad for Drex to succeed, but we don't want to match him up against Mighty Mouse, okay? He will die. Guaranteed.
At this point,
Definitely not now. Not now. He's not at that level yet.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see him like get smashed and then never be the same again. If you put him up against even whoever's the second below Mighty Mouse, hindi niya pa kaya. Yun, that's me.
JC.
Sa akin, I'll give a prime example of overhyping gone wrong. Romero Duno versus Ryan Garcia in 2019. Romero Duno, Filipino boxer. He wanted to fight Ryan Garcia kasi mukhang kaya daw. He did really well in his previous fight. Tapos, in-overhype siya on everything, on in the mainstream media, all sports medias. Even si Sergey Kovalev joined the
bandwagon
and said na Romero Duno is gonna be the first guy to stop Ryan Garcia. Come fight night, Romero Duno got first 1 minute and 22 seconds of round 1.
Okay.
Pagsak siya. Overmatch. I don't think I'm not sure if he was underprepared or what. Pero natalo siya. After that, he was nowhere to be seen. Kasi the backlash was crazy. Sumakay din siya dun sa hype sa kanya. He was wearing shirts saying, Ryan Garcia, don't hide from me. Something like that. I'm not sure he's fought since then. Yun yung isa sa mga perfect example ng sinabi na sila lang naman direct yung tatamaan ng backlash kapag natalo sila from after being too overhyped. Hindi naman kayang sagutin ng mga kung sino mang nag-hype sa kanila yung mga ganyang bagay kasi to defend those boxers, diba? I mean, nandun lang sila to push them pero pag bumagsak, wala rin. Tatablahin din nila. Hindi na nila pag-uusapan yung boxer. So, kawawa. Yung fighter, kawawa eh. Hyping is okay. Overhyping is not, especially kung ganyang sigurado ba talaga kayo na they're on the same level.
Parang fantasy.
Parang fantasy match-up ang dating eh. I mean,
alam mo, yun yung pinaka-appropriate na term dyan.
John Jones versus Israel Adesanya, pwede. Kasi, I mean, hype it all you want. Kasi, it's a good match.
Go crazy.
I mean, pero, yung mga boxers natin, like, banggitin ko na, sila Carl James Martin, yung mga bago ngayon.
Sila Kataraha.
They're matching them up to boxers na, I mean, nandun sa taas na. I mean, paakyat pa lang yung iba. Grabe naman. ipapakain mo sa leon yung...
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, ba?
Carl and JC provided us with the breakdown on how it will affect, number one, the landscape of the boxing scene. Pangalawa, what I really love about what they said was the effect on the fighters themselves. Aminin man natin at hindi, aminin man ng lahat ng tao or whoever's gonna watch and listen to this, whatever hype is being created, tinatamaan yung mga fighters niyan, whether positive or negative. So negative hype is sasabihin hindi ka So now it's either you want to prove them wrong or mababawasan yung kumpiyansa mo. Pag overhyping naman, yung OA naman, it's going to give you that false confidence na okay, tanga na sinasabi. Okay, ito yun meron akong nakitang hype video. 500,000 people watch it. Then the boxer in that video, syempre, yung mga fans niya sasabihin, "Oy, Lods, tignan mo tong video na to, pinupuri ka." Tapos makikita ko, uy, 500,000. So 500,000 views, 500,000 plus people watch this. Tapos feeling nila kaya kong talunin tong fighter na to.
That many people can't be wrong, ha?
So pupunta ako ngayon yung manager ko. Huy, manager, sabihin mo kay boxing promotion, labanan ko tong si fighter na to. Kasi, feeling ko kaya ko, mag-i-ensayo ko. Tapos ganyan. So, syempre, sasabihin ng coach mo, sasabihin ng mga closest friends mo na, maghintay muna tayo, mag-tune up fight muna tayo. Tapos, ikaw, talagang pumasok na sa isip mo na, hindi, sabi ng video na to Tsaka tignan mo yung comments, sabi ng comment section, Lods, kayang-kaya mo na si ganito. Lods, kayang-kaya mo na si ganito. Feeling ko talaga may pag-asa.
Mabayad ako for that fight. Ganyan.
Di ba? So ikaw ngayon, I mean these are possibilities, okay? And these things happen. So ikaw naman ngayon, sige, fight happens and then exactly, the best example was what JC said. Got knocked out in the first round. We could be wrong. Whatever we said, mali. Pero ito yun the fact remains, nasa na yung mga fighters na yun ngayon? Nasa na sila ngayon, number one. Number two, are you still hyping them? Are you still even talking about them? Are you discussing them? We also discussed this amongst ourselves and I want to bring it up as well. And we want to share our discussions with you. Kaya nga chismisan section po to. There are two sides to this scenario na nakikita ko. Number one is the content side. So if you're a content creator, syempre, you want people to watch your content.
Yeah.
Diba? Gagawa ka ng hype video or wag na sabihin hype video. Gagawa ka na lang ng video. Gagawa ka ng content. Siyempre, ang goal mo is manood yung mga tao. Manood yung mga tao, mag-engage, mag-comment, mainis sila, matuwa sila. Gusto mo rin na i-share nila. Mas gusto mo rin, panoorin nila uli. Kasi doon ka kikita sa views so either you want it to be educational or you want to be entertaining. The way I'm seeing all of the wag na natin sabing lahatin na natin sila. Merong mga magagandang na content creators, maraming basurang content creation. I mean ako nung nakita ko lang, parang I thought boxing was okay, and then eventually I nag-research ako, tinitignan ko yung mga boxing videos na nasa YouTube, na nasa Facebook. I was like, ito na ba yun? Ito na yun?
Wala ba yung level 20?
Pero ito yun. Ang daming nanonood.
Yeah.
Ang daming nanonood. So now, I am trying my best to understand this. So again, if we're missing out on anything, put it in the comment section, please. It's either people want the entertaining stuff or pinapanood nila tong boxing highlights na to, tong boxing videos na to, tong MMA videos na to kasi wala silang ibang mapanood. Nobody else is putting out content. And I think that's one of the reasons why medyo maganda yung following ni Combat Sports Weekly is because we do our best to provide you with analytical and technical advice, technical breakdowns. Ine-explain namin yung rules, ine-explain namin yung scenarios, paano napunta. I mean, for example, I watched this video, 2015 pa pala yung laban. I'm trying my best to understand yung point of view ni content creator kasi syempre, you want clicks, you want views. Pero, number one, clickbait yung title. Ang dami kong nakita clickbaity titles.
The best way to describe their titles are like the headlines of pornographic tabloids.
Yeah.
Diba?
I think it's low-hanging
there's-
fruit di ba? Ang dali kasing gawin ng ganun.
Pero ito yun the corporate marketing guy in me is applauding this na parang, yeah, if I see that, if ang target ko yung masa, puta kiklik ko to, panonoorin ko to. Pero later on, like halfway, I mean, di nga, 1/4 pa lang ng video, parang ako, ba't ganito? Bakit? Parang mali, parang pangit, parang
there's something wrong here.
Monotone na voice-over, tapos snippets of highlights and training videos and bouts. These are our opinions. Please let us know what you think. Kung gagawa ka lang, I mean, these are really good and well-edited videos. Ang ganda ng pagkaka-edit ng mga videos na to. Ang sa akin lang, if you are going to spend time, resources, gawin mo na ng maganda. One of the advocacies of this show is to uplift the status of combat sports in the Philippines. So,
by educating people. Yes.
By educating people and creating awareness. So, if we have an educated audience, they have a better appreciation of the sport. Mas maiengganyo sila to share the sport.
Discuss on this level.
That is the
Hindi
goal.
Hindi sa porn headline level.
Di yung... I see a lot of the boxing and combat sports content creators, matagal na nila itong ginagawa. As in, these are veterans. So, I really hope and I really wish them... I mean, I will never shit on your success. As in, tinrabaho nyo yan. You got those views. Pero...
hats off to you for that.
At a certain level, I think, it was one of our discussions parang a day after we saw that post na parang, JC also mentioned this a while ago. At a certain level of popularity and recognition, you are slowly having this indirect responsibility to at least educate your viewers. Diba? You are given the platform to earn. Sana rin naman, ito lang din yun if we're all going to cover combat sports, gawin na natin ang tama.
Yeah.
Diba? Gawin na natin ang tama.
It's not too hard.
It's not, yes, I mean, 100%. It's not too hard. It's not too hard to educate yourselves on how a boxer thinks, what a boxer is doing, what a fighter is doing inside the ring or the cage, ano ba yung nuances, please.
Yes,
there are more things. There are more. Sige, we're going to share it with you. Please tell us the fight camp. Please tell us the coaches. Please tell us the story of the fighter. Please tell us the story of the coaches. Please tell us how the camp went. Please tell us what went on during camp na not everyone knows. Talk about his opponents. So lahat ng previous statements, gawin nyo rin doon sa kabilang ano. So at least gawan natin ng storya. Gawan natin ng magandang storya. Kesa yung ang galing. Nakita mo ba yung uppercut na yun? Uppercut na ng kamatayan. Tignan niyo po yung suntok niya mula galing Coastal Road. Ang ganitong probinsya. I mean, nakakatawa siya, sige, pero ito yun Yung makakarinig nung commentary nyo, yun yung magsistick sa kanila. Yun yung mag-resonate sa kanila. Yun yung magsistick sa kanila. So, it's going to be a reflection of the audience. So, ngayon, paano natin patataasin yung level ng appreciation ng combat sport?
Exactly.
And from the outside world, it looks like we're brutes, guys.
Yeah.
And we don't want that. Kasi, ang tagal-tagal na nating tinatry na i-angkat yung science, yung art, yung culture, yung per nationality. May mga ganun pa tayo, tapos gagawin nyo lang ganyan. So magmumukha na naman tayong mga Tito Ortiz at saka Rampage Jackson.
Okay yung I will never be against hyping a fighter. Pero like for example, may nakita akong video, developing fighter. Hindi pa nga up and coming developing fighter. Sabihin na natin up and comer.
Pa, diba?
Ang gusto nyo kagad kalaban si Triple G. Ang gusto nyo kagad kalaban si Ryan Garcia. Ang gusto nyo kagad kalaban si Kovalev. I'm like,
si Canelo. Grabe naman.
Si Canelo. I'm like, huy, teka lang, di ba?
Chill lang.
Ano muna tayo? You are going to mess with their emotions. You're going to mess with the minds of your fans. It's going to send the wrong message. Yun lang. It's going to send the wrong message. Now,
kasi one thing's for sure, these fighters watch your videos.
These fighters watch your videos. That is very true. Ngayon, ang lahat naman kasi ng idadaldal natin dito, babagsak din naman yan sa pinanood nila. Diba?
Exactly.
So, Now for those people na gano'n ang katwiran na pinanood nila choice nila yun, pinanood nila para sa akin lang doon lumalabas ngayon yung tunay yung intention sa paggawa ng content.
Yes.
Diba? So gumagawa talaga yun ng content kasi gusto nyo pagkakitaan yung content. Hindi
nyo lang yung
dahil
sport.
Oo, hindi dahil gusto nyong mag-spread ng awareness. Like for example, the three of us here, we're very happy that people are supporting the show, and I mean they're they're outside brands that are already supporting us, and we're very happy for that. Pero yun nga the goal of the show is to educate and spread awareness. That will never change. That will never change. You will never hear us say clickbaity statements. We will say things as they is. Yan, yung tulad sinabi ni Carl kanina. We're Zamboanga siblings fans. Ako, I've been a fan of them since they were in the amateur leagues. Sinabi ko, bright future tong mga to. Pero yun din, sinabi rin ni Carl kanina, I don't want to see him fight Mighty Mouse kagad. Because we want to be objective.
Sino ba yung bantamweight champ? Pucha, si Bibiano pala. Pero John Lineker standing in the way. So, you don't want Drex to
Wala pa siya doon. He's on that way. He's on the way, pero he's not yet there. So the same way na we have the Catarajas, we have the Casimeros, we have the what do you call this? We have the Laurentes, diba? It's good to boost their confidence, pero let's not put things in their head yet. Yun muna. Okay na bigyan sila ng kumpiyansa. Huwag lang natin masyadong OA na pang world champion ka na kagad, diba? Kasi let's make them padaanan natin sila doon sa tamang proseso. Kasi kung hindi, kawawa rin yung career nila. Pag nawala naman, di ba? Yeah, that's true. Ilang beses na namin nakita to. The really good guys na nakita ko talaga is channels doing well. Si Pau Salud, Paucast Sports.
Reach is crazy.
Oo, para ako when I saw na, I mean, kasi nila, niya yan. He hustled his way there. Kasi tinrabaho niya yan. So, I really hope din na, I mean, nag-focus siya nag-niche down siya to boxing and he covered those things. Now, he can't do it alone. So I really hope that the other boxing content creators would take his lead or would follow his instructions. Yung ibang post din ni Pao, nakita ko rin naman, clickbaity rin. Sabi ko pati na. I mean, if it brings in the views. Pero siguro, hindi, sorry. Out of the 30 plus videos I saw, wala Siya yung, siguro din, dahil sa tinagal niya sa boxing scene, nagamay niya na yung industriya. Pero, definitely, commentary still needs work. As in, the technical aspects, yung cutting the ring, like the terminologies. Yeah. Pero kasi yung iba nakikita kong, what I like about what he's doing is he's providing a platform para makilala yung mga not well-known boxers. In-interview niya pero yun yung magandang nakikita kong ginagawa niya. The other stuff, I'm like, the commentary, syempre, hindi naman siya boxingero, hindi naman lumaban sa nagte-training. I really like the fact na he's also trying to train in boxing, pero yun nga, the commentary, mahirap mag-commentary mag-isa Mahirap mag-commentary mag-isa. So, that part he's just doing what he can. Pero the other stuff, I'm like, wow. Some of them were just, I mean, ang ganda na pagkaka-edit, pero walang kwenta. Yung mga pinagsasabi ng mga tao, parang, come on. After that post kasi, nag-post din si Pao. Si Pao din, sabi niya, basa mo. So sabi ko, eto na! Sabi ko, diba, ano na to? Facebook war na to, or Facebook discussion na to. It's good na he provided his side of the story. He probably wanted to defend some of his fellow boxing content creators. Pero ako, we're all coming kasi from a point of educated and aware people. So, kaya siguro nakita natin yung point of view na gano'n. Pero ako, plainouts, wala. Yung iba talagang videos, basura talaga. Pangit talaga.
To be fair, hindi lang naman sa local to. Even international vlogs. It happens. Pero, I mean, pag malawak na yung reach mo of your vlogs, it means you already got the attention of the people. Might as well put good use to it.
Mga favorite natin dyan.
So, kilala ka na. Hindi mo na kailangan ko yung attention nila. Nakuha mo na yung attention nila. May subscribers ka na So, ngayon, shift na tayo ngayon. Parang Di ba? Parang si Mocha Usong vlog. Di ba? Nagpa-sexy muna, nag-twerking. Ngayon, political views na. Di ba? So, na naging million na yung followers, political views na siya ngayon. Di ba? DDS na siya ngayon. So, I mean, you could probably, it's a very simple diagram, pero you could probably do that na parang, you started off as entertaining, pero gawin mo ngayon, kasi feeling ko rin ito yun eh. Kayang-kaya niyong gawin yan. I am rooting. Yeah. We are rooting for you to, di ba, push the envelope, di ba? Gawin natin ang tama. Meron kayong resources, gagawa na lang din kayo ng content, gawin na natin. Kaya mong gawin na entertaining yan, pero educational pa din. Kasi ito yun, hindi na kami lalayo. Kaming tatlo, we're 3 guys who have long-form discussions of fighting. Pero tingnan nyo, we're making it happen. Yeah. People are recognizing our efforts. And so, what more kayo na you have more resources and ang videos nyo, if you're gonna make a fucking 10-minute video, make it a worthwhile 10-minute video.
Oh my God, 10 minutes. Grabe.
Diba? So, at least yun. I mean, at least uplift natin. Hindi, ang goal natin dito, hindi pabagsakin yung isa't isa. Iangat natin yung isa't isa. Diba? Iangat natin yung kaladad ng commentary. Kasi ito yun if we have well-educated audiences, it ripples out. So at least ngayon, pag may boxing event, merong MMA event, may kickboxing event, bibili ng ticket yung mga tao. Hindi yung mga organizers and promoters ngayon, hindi matatakot na mag-hold ng event kasi natatakot sila na walang a-attend, walang bibili ng ticket. Yun ang goal natin. Oo. Yun ang goal natin. We want people to buy tickets. Kasi ito yun people buy tickets for every successful event. Ano yan? Tawag dito, magkakaroon ng susunod na event, at kada event na masusundan, kikita yung mga fighters.
Yeah.
Pag kumita yung fighters, sumikat yung fighters, mas marami tayong mapuproduce na content.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, I think that formula works.
It does. I mean, look at the US, diba? Laki ng market nila. For me, the dream is parang let's just discuss it on a level that we are all comfortable with. Yeah. Hindi na tayo bumababa sa discussion na get past that. It's been like 20 plus years of MMA.
Feeling ko may lugar yan. May lugar si comedy. May lugar si... Feeling ko kasi they're trying to do both They're trying to be clickbaity, entertaining, tapos they want to post something educational, pero in the process, they get...
Parang lahat.
Alam mo yun.
It's a common mistake of like the newbie creator. Parang lagay mo lahat, pati yung kitchen sink.
Oo. So nawawala. Some things get lost in translation. So hopefully, these things get sorted out. So let's wrap this show up. Carl, what do you want for 2021?
2021, I mean, first of all, congratulations to everybody who won in Rizin. Especially yung mga bagong champs, si Ayaka Hamasaki, who is the new atomweight champ. And of course, to Kyoji Horiguchi, props to you, who is the new bantamweight champ. Like, mukhang you kind of broke the internet over in Japan because meron ka ng mga memes about you. Obviously, training in ATT, will the Conor versus Dustin Poirier match be for the vacant lightweight championship? Okay, money fight. Grabe, babalik na ba talaga si Conor? The next thing I'd like to see is, of course, yung si Jan Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya. Eventually, sana matuloy na yung Hamzat ni JC versus COVID had other plans. And of course, the Chechens have other plans because I don't think they like masks over there. Nagka-COVID na nga si Gago. So, ayusin naman natin.
Wear a mask. Wear a damn mask.
I know, man. Like,
isipin nyo para brief yung mask.
Yun. So ngayon
magkano ka na?
Maskara ka na. JC, go.
Yeah. So sa akin, it's episode 24 na pala. We've been doing it for 24 weeks.
It's getting easier to do because apparently people just want to hear about chismis.
Yeah.
Like, pakonti yung highlight.
Yeah, hopefully this year is a better year for content creation. That's what I wish for this year. Follow this idea. Quality over quantity. I mean,
that's what we always have at this time.
I mean, okay yung maraming viewers, pero make sure na yung quality is there when you make content. Like, we do, I guess. And that's the goal. That's our goal. And thank you for continuing to support this show. Hopefully, dumami pa kayo. We'll have even more stuff in store for you. And by the way, yung McGregor versus Poirier, there are rumors na baka title fight na daw siya.
I agree with all my fellow titos of fighting said. Looking forward to more combat sports. If there's one thing that we are learning, and that is that combat sports is thriving. Most of the events that's happening, puro combat sports. Okay, with the exception of several other leagues, pero combat sports is very much alive. We can only hope na MMA, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai and grappling will keep churning out good events. We will support all of them. Before we end the show, I like Carl's t-shirt. It's remnants of the old Black Zillions. Yan. Okay.
Sadly, Rashad and everybody else.
Oh, ako naman, I am wearing the bangis shirt of Outsu Fitness. Okay, Outsu Fitness. Thank you so much for it. The shirts are really good. This is good for working out. I'll wear them during training. Kasi ito yun eh. There are only a few things or only a few brands na maganda yung fabric. Tapos they work really well with your body. Tsaka the fabric is very, very breathable. So ayan, Outsu Fitness apparel. This is their bangis shirt. Please do check out all of their other items. They have hoodies. They have sleeveless hoodies. The apparels are good. I got another shirt and shorts from them. Yung shorts masarap sa katawan yung shorts nila. And then last shout out for this episode is people from Linato PH. So these are like 3 companies. So it's Linato PH, Sterilum PH, and Basilio 30 PH. Thank you so much for sending this over. I couldn't be any more happier. I feel safe already. So of course they sent over some sterile wipes. These are really good. These are the companies Basilol. I hope I'm not murdering your names. I'm sorry. Basilol or Bacilol. Basilol tissues. These are hospital grade high quality disinfectant wipes. So these are really good. This is good for your
frontliners.
For frontline. Actually, this company has supported countless frontliners. That's why I love them. And it's so nice to partner with them on this episode. So ayan, I have that really good, nice card. I'll post this on my Instagram as well. Akala ko pangarap ko lang talaga magkaroon ng yung alcohol na blue. Okay. Kasi it's like, parang gusto ko yung alcohol na blue na yan. Yung blue na alcohol. So this is Sterilum's hand disinfectant. You can go to their social media websites. This can be found in most, if not all, leading drugstores. This is, I think, ito yung mga high level. Ito yung mga pangmalakasan. This is high level, high quality. Hospital grade na disinfectants. And then they also sent over, this is Cutacept. I really yan Cutacept. Paano ba na? Yung mga
pangtitong mga disinfectant.
This is a isopropanol na skin disinfectant. It's really good for what I like about this is meron siyang benzalkonium chloride. Si benzalkonium chloride.
Magandang disinfectant yun.
It's a high level disinfectant pero it's not as expensive or it's not as what do you call this? Hindi siya masyadong sa skin. Hindi siya abrasive skin. Hindi basta hindi siya harmful sa skin. It's good for your pets, it's good for baby. So this is really good. This is a really good disinfectant. So Linato PH, Sterilum PH, Basilo 30 PH. Thank you so much for sending this over. Teka lang ba? Yan, Linato. Yan. Thank you so much. This will be put to good use. Thank you so much for supporting us through and listening to our banter for more than 24 episodes. So we are going to do more, don't worry. And our goal will always be the same. We want to provide you with top-notch, high-quality analysis, awareness, and chismis. Kami yung mga chikadorang titos. And we will see you next week on another episode of Combat Sports Weekly. Bye-bye.
Coach Franco Says would like to thank the following sponsors for making this episode possible.
My armor of choice. Never go to battle without it. Beware the robot face. I am Knots and Crosses. Place your orders on their Facebook or Instagram pages. just good vibes in the local jiu-jitsu scene, check out my Ikiro Collective family at ikiro.ph. Simply Better Dentistry. Visit the Santos Dental Group and Oral Surgery Center. Book an appointment on their social media pages. Boost your immune system with Nano Silver Immune Support Supplement. Order your bottles on their social media pages. For local martial arts news here in the Philippines, visit Local MMA on Facebook and listen to one of my favorite podcasts, Dstry MNL.